Alright, we're on the draw in match 2 of this league with Chart and Shoal Delver. The opponent kept on 7, and I think this hand's good enough for us to join them. We might end up shoaling something here. It's an Urza's Tower map. Relic. We don't have a graveyard-heavy hand, but there are Hooting Mandrillses and Goyfs that we could draw, and the opponent didn't start on a map. If the opponent had a map, I think they start on map. That makes me want to shoal this. The thing is, if we shoal this, we're giving up either Denial or Scour. Probably Denial. Definitely not giving up the Delver of Secrets. Another shoal. Okay. That could end up being good. Our life total will eventually be relevant. We don't have to worry about that yet. I think we're just going to grab a Steam Vents. Don't think it's exactly... Well, I mean, it's relevant, but it's not that important what we get right now. I mean, if I was really concerned, we could even go with Island, Forest. Well, there's no basic mountain in the main deck, which is something I might change. I am thinking maybe that basic mountain should be here instead of in the sideboard. Not sure, though. Do I want to Scour away Scour? I don't think so. Scour's not bad. It's not the best, but I mean, we get to Scour twice now. That's something. The clock begins. Ghost Quarter makes me not want to get basics. We're playing against Eldrazi Tron again. How great for us. Matter Reshaper is going to resolve. Nothing we can do against that. Let's be at least somewhat conservative. Probably. Maybe we just go Breeding Pool Forest. But then they hit our Forest. That's fine. Scour us. What do we got? Goyf. Fantastic. Scour us again. Draw. Land. That's acceptable. We're going to get in for 3. It's a very slow clock, but it's a clock. Grab ourselves a basic forest. I don't want to take damage off of this stomping ground if we don't have to. And chances are we're going to be able to play that tapped at our leisure. It's possible I should have played it tapped at my leisure right there since we don't need the last mana we have available on this turn. Could have potentially saved us a non-zero amount of life down the line. Depending on whether or not we need to crack more fetches and or shock. This is a Thought-Knot Seer that's going to take away our Disrupting Shoal. That's probably just fine. It's not great, but it's okay. If we swing with the Goyf and they double block, we would end up taking out the Thought-Knot Seer, which probably makes them not want to double block, so maybe attacking there is worth it. Alright, we're going to get in there now that we have a Tarfire in hand. If they double block, we're going to take out the Reshaper. Goyf's going to eat the Thought-Knot, and we're going to draw a card. If they block like that, I think we just sit on our hands. The opponent drew a Reality Smasher, which they assumably have the mana to cast. We could die very soon. The opponent's going to hit us for 9 here. Well, that assumes they have a land, but I assume they have a land. Do they not have the land? Okay, it's just an expedition map. False alarm, people. Go back to your posts. No need to worry. We might still be in grave danger, though. Urza's mine. They play that. They have Tron. They still got to play. Good for them. Please leave your posts. Back to battle stations. Would the battle stations count as your theoretical posts? Oh, if they attack here, we can't attack next turn. We're going to go down to 9. Which means cracking that fetch was bad. If we didn't crack that fetch, they're not attacking with both? I don't know why, but I'm extremely happy at the idea. Defensive Reality Smasher is fantastic because it means Goyf gets to do its thing. Unless we hit a string of cantrips, we don't need all of our mana next turn, so we're not going to Tar Fire yet. Misty Rainforest is certainly not a cantrip. Let's do that. Now, if the opponent has a Dismember, they could make Goyf small enough that we're going to be in big trouble. If they don't have a Dismember, we're going to be in considerably less trouble. If they have a Reality Smasher, we're dead. Don't think we sit on our hands waiting for them to draw a Reality Smasher, though. Think we attack with Delver and just hope we get there soon enough. Ghost Quarter on our Steam Vents? That's perfectly fine. I'd love to. I could use an island. If we see another Ghost Quarter, we're probably going to float red mana. That on the other hand is also fine. I will once again use the ability. Get another island. Do you have more Ghost Quarters, opponent? I understand they don't need the mana, but it's still... Oh, dear. Alright, well, bad times for us. I should have played one of these fetches. Just in case they had a relic so we could put a land in the graveyard. I don't think it's going to save our Tarmogoyf. But it could have potentially helped. Would it have actually helped? They crack relic. That happens. Goyf's an 0-1. If we Tar Fire, Goyf would be a 2-3, crack the fetch, it's a 3-4. So we would have needed another thing that we could put in the graveyard. Do we let this happen? I think. I also think we're going to be Tar Firing here, just in case we top deck a Lightning Bolt. Chalice on 1. So Bolt's no longer an out. Simic Charm. We have Simic Charm in the deck. Now we're just going to draw Simic Charm, Giant Growth Delver, and win the game. Now we're just going to hit the opponent for 3 and pretend we have an out. Well, we tried. We tried. Should I have Tar Fired sooner? I don't know. Did we swing with Goyf at one point? I feel like we did. We definitely did. Maybe I should have Tar Fired the Matter Reshaper proactively to push damage through. That was it. Shouldn't have been greedy and hoping, and should not have hoped that they would double block. That was the misplay there. Alright, let's head to game 2. Hopefully you guys don't mind back-to-back Eldrazi Tron matchups. Let's sideboard like I just sideboarded. Roughly 10, maybe 20 minutes ago, but I'd wager it was closer to 10. 10, 11 cards sounds about right. 3 Mandrills come out. 2 Chart of Course. 3 Lightning Bolts. 1 Stubborn Denial, 1 Thought Scour, and Spell Snare. Throw that there. Alright. Nux is going to help us contend with the big fat fatties. Mountain's going to help with our curve, casting Blood Moons. Huntmaster's going to clog up the board, do some direct damage. Be a 4-4. Destructive Revelry blows up Chalice. Blood Moon cuts them off of colorless. Turns off Tron. Turns off Eldrazi Temple. Seagate Wreckage. Blood Moon's pretty good. I like Blood Moon against Eldrazi Tron significantly more than against regular Tron. Especially since they have a much greater colorless requirement than Tron has a color requirement. Ancient Grudge is going to help blow up Chalice, maybe hit a Walking Ballista to force their hand, possibly blow up an Expedition map while they're tapped out, or hit a Basilisk Collar. Yes, I did not say Basilisk Collar yet. Walking Ballista and Basilisk Collar, the B word sounds slightly similar, so it kind of threw me off a bit there. Dismember's great. We're going to kill stuff. And Ceremonious Rejection will hopefully get rid of it before it has to be killed. Let's submit. We're going to be on the play this time. Hopefully we fare better. It's not great. Cutting us off of blue is very not great. I'm going to mulligan this. I don't think that's a keep. This hand's better. We have a threat. We have a cantrip. We're going to keep. I almost mulled it. We're going to top. That makes me want to cast the Serum Visions, probably. Given that Delver's not going to transform anyways. Don't really want either of these. Head over to the opponent, and we might end up disrupting shoaling something. There's the Seagate Wreckage. Nothing for the opponent. That's either a good sign for us or an extremely bad sign for us. We can shoal pitch Simic Charm to hit some stuff. That's something. That is one such card that I would be willing to shoal. X equals 1, X equals 2. That's enough to throw me off and make me think that we're not going to successfully counter the Ballista. I will happily show that I have a Lightning Bolt. Maybe we should have fetched that away. It's not going to be good for a very long while. I think that might have been a good idea. Fetching away the Bolt. What do we got? Another Ballista, perhaps? Ooh, a Hangerback Walker. That could be troublesome. It's not troublesome yet, but eventually that could be a very big pain. Dismember, we can't stop that. If we really want, we could Bolt and or Revelry the Hangerback and then deal with the token with the other spell, but that doesn't seem great. We're probably just going to have to let this happen, both the opponent's face to get them a little closer to 0, and then hope we draw some good stuff. We're not in a good spot right now. If we draw a blue source, a blue fetch, say, I might be willing to go for the Blood Moon here. We drew a Delver. Okay. That could potentially end up doing the job. Doesn't seem that likely, but it might. Maybe they have to dismember that. That would be nice. Not as nice as Delver transforming and doing a bunch of work. That's annoying. Well, that's going to resolve. Probably going to take out Delver. How much does this cost? 1 mana. Okay. I would have been inclined to cast this for X equals 2 so that I could keep my Walking Ballista around, but I don't know. I don't play E-Tron. Okay. What can we do here? We can top deck Tarmogoyf. Chalice for 1. Okay. That's fine. Top deck Tarmogoyf. Top deck Mana Leak. Alright. Pass to the opponent, potentially leak something. If there's nothing to leak, we probably just blow up the Chalice. I feel like instead of attacking, the opponent should be growing that Hangerback. Unless, of course, they plan on using the mana like they are right now. Ballista for 2, that's probably worth leaking. Grab a Forest. We want to make this Blood Moon at least somewhat useful. Although, in retrospect, this waste is going to make Blood Moon significantly worse than it otherwise would be. Thought Knot's going to be available. All they need is 1 more land to make... what's its name? I'm going to get there. Reality Smasher good. Think I might play it anyways just to keep them off of mana, but it's certainly not great. It's also going to keep them off of Seagate Wreckage, which is something. Okay, they would have had Tron. They have Smasher anyways, but they would have had Tron. Top deck Goyf. Top deck land. Okay. So we're not dead yet. We can Revelry this. They'll go to 8. And then... So we have land, instant, creature, sorcery, artifact. Okay, Goyf's a 5/6. That's fine. Top deck Goyf is still good. Still good. That Hangerback Walker is going to be a huge problem, but top deck Goyf is still alive. They're saving the Hangerback now to grow it. That's going to get through. Pretty sure we lost this one too. This is a rough matchup. I'm not sure if it's better with the Traverse build. They're going to do that now, that's okay. We're going to blow up this Chalice. And, well, we got another Blood Moon. Go to the opponent. Alright, well, sometimes it just goes that way. You draw 2 Delvers, they answer both with Walking Ballistas, and then you just lose. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's gonna do it for our life total. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the back-to-back Spaghetti Monster smashing. Oh, and it was actually smashing. Both times, I think. Maybe all of the games. I'm not sure if all 4 were smasher beats, but at least 2 of them were. And I'm inclined to think 3 is a pretty safe number to go with. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you in the next one, where we will hopefully not continue to go 0-2 in our matches. Bye, guys.